Hello everyone, welcome back to True North Tarot and Guidance. I've got a million things to do today. You are getting me in all my glory, but I really wanted to make sure that we talk about this new moon in Capricorn on the 2nd. Also, Happy New Year. Hope everybody is safe. Recording this on New Year's Eve. Again, the new moon is on the 2nd. So I am going to timestamp this. This is going to be for all signs. We're going to do a little bit talking about just the basics of a new moon, what this new moon in Capricorn can represent, rituals that you might want to consider if you're new to moon energy, just some good starter advice. And then we are going to go by sign, by elements. We are going to use the Jungian Tarot for fire and earth, and then we're going to use the Golden Tarot for air and water. They have been pre-shuffled. I'll split the decks on camera. I'll pull just a couple quick oracle messages, so it'll be really fast. I will timestamp. If you are returning to True North Tarot and Guidance, I really, really, really appreciate you. Really trying to pour energy into this channel and grow because I love doing this. And if you are new here, I hope that you'll consider sticking around. So like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. So again, pay attention to the timestamps. If you already know what's up with the new moon, feel free to skip ahead, find your sign. Again, we're going to do fire signs, earth signs, air signs, and water signs. We'll start with Aries and go down. So new moons, and I did write myself some notes just to make sure because there's a lot of information. So new moons are different than full moons. Why? New moons are about, where full moons are about releasing, new moons are about bringing in, right? So think of the new moon as brand new, right? It's when it's fully aligned with the sun and there's a dark phase, right? Like it's fully aligned, can't see the moon. Right, so we're in this dark space. So it's like this blank slate, clean slate almost. And so really, I lost my train of thought because a text came in. I apologize. Let me get to my notes and they can wait. Right, so we're manifesting in, okay? So in the full moon, we're releasing, we're saying, I don't want to carry XYZ burden. I don't want this ABC in my life anymore. New moons are about, what do I really want to bring in and manifest? What are my intentions? Now, because this new moon is on the 2nd, I don't want anyone to get confused with like New Year's resolutions and new moon intentions. There's a difference between intentions and goals, right? A goal could be, I'm just going to do a silly number. I want to make $1,000 a week. I don't know, guys, right? That is your goal. Well, what's the intention behind that, right? The intention behind that is what? Stability, security. Excuse my dogs. I'm going to let them out. For those of you who don't know, I have crazy construction behind me, which is really sad in and of itself. I should do a rant video about that, and my dogs go crazy. Okay, I apologize. So I want to make $1,000 a week, right? I know that doesn't feel like a lot or whatever. We're just go with it. And that's the goal. Well, the intention behind that is what? Stability, security, freedom. You want to do it because you want to give back to charity. I don't know, right? So the intention behind that, and then take a look at the things that, the characteristics, the traits, the habits, right, that you want to bring in. So my intention is to take better care of my body so that I'm mentally more agile in order to make that money. I hope that makes sense for you guys. What else? Right. Yeah. So just, it's just the planting of seeds, right? New moons are just planting those seeds of intention. And then I really like to be cognizant of the moon throughout the cycles, right? So I just really take note of when I see the moon, whether I get to see it, in the daytime, Obviously at night, it's just really being aware of that moon energy throughout all of its cycling, throughout all of its phases, and as a reminder of either what I've released in the full moon or what I'm trying to bring in the new moon. And so really honoring that space and just being aware of its presence, maybe thanking it. You guys, that's deeply personal. You decide for yourselves. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Now, let's talk about the fun stuff, okay? New moon in Capricorn. Also, happy birthday, Cappies. What do we know about Capricorns? Achievement, groundedness, practicality, ambition, goal achieving, determination, perseverance, right? So when you think about a new moon in Capricorn, it's about where can you really ground and center and bring those intentions in the area of your life that you're looking at, right? So attaching that goal to that intention, where can that intention be strongly rooted in reality? Does not have to equal boring, right? Here's what's super interesting though, is we know that Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Well, it's been in the standoff with Uranus since December, and that's still happening. So there's this lovely little trine happening. And we know that Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, okay? So then we've got this Aquarian, and then we're coming into Aquarius sun season. We've got this Aquarian and Capricorn goat energy squaring off. And so Aquarius is all about freedom and breaking free and rebellion. And Capricorn's like, no, grounded. Well, Saturn, right, is the daddy of lessons. Saturn says, no, not right now. Saturn says, oh, you've got to learn the lessons. Where are your boundaries? Identify your own limitations. Where is your commitment? Where is your discipline, right? So those are going to be really, really important points. Important facets of this new moon for you as you set your intentions, okay? Whereas Uranus is non-conforming, very humanitarian, breakthrough. Here's what's really cool is I think a lot of you, particularly cardinal signs, a lot of you are going to be really having some strong epiphanies around breakthroughs, if you will, around the groundedness and the centeredness and the practicality of the way that you are living your life, particularly the area that you're focusing on. We've talked about the trine. For many of you, and again, really looking at, and not that everybody's excluded, right? But really particularly for Capricorns, Cancers, Aries, and Libras, those cardinal signs. You may start feeling like something is about to happen, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You might be sensing like there's something really big coming. Go with that. Really try to spend some time in meditative practice, spend some time in quiet reflection. Go back and look at journaling or intention setting that you've done in the past, if that's a habit that you've formed, and really try to sit with that energy. This is really, really positive. This energy for this new moon with Uranus and Saturn, with that Aquarian and Capricorn energy trining up. This is really, really beneficial. So and again, you guys, everybody's chart is different. Everybody's lives are different. You have free will, which can muck it up or amplify, right? But in general, this is a really, really lovely time for some really life-changing breakthroughs. And a lot of that is mental breakthroughs, right? But these epiphanies left and right are going to really help you set the tone and set the pace for the rest of your year. Speaking of the rest of the year, when you choose to, and this is going to be valid for these reads as well, these little energy check-ins, when we look at timing, okay? There are mini cycles in between each new and full moon, okay? And then there are larger cycles between each new moon and full moon in the sign that they share. Right? So like this new moon is in Capricorn on the 2nd. The next full moon is in Cancer. I didn't write that down. Don't quote me, on the 18th, maybe the 17th. Okay. So we'll move from practical, goal achievement, determination into that full moon in Cancer is like home life, right? But the biggest manifestation cycle is going to be between new moon in Capricorn, which is happening January 2nd, and the full moon in 2022 in Capricorn, which is in July. And I did write that one down. July I did write it down. It's July 13th, and that's actually going to be a super moon. So as you're reading, as I'm reading for you today, I'm kind of focusing on that long term, right? So what we're manifesting in now in January, where we're setting our intentions, it's keeping track of that all the way up through July and looking at how are we living by those intentions that we set in order to then have that culminate in that super moon, full moon in Capricorn in July. I hope that that makes sense. Of course, you guys are always welcome to reach out to me. We can always do some moon work, all sorts of stuff. So that email information is always about and below. We can always do that personalized. So remember, this is a collective, general, kind of overall view of things, right? Is that everything? Yeah, so the only thing I wanted to say is, like, if you picture Capricorn as kind of that sea goat, mountain goat, right? It's like in July, where have you reached the peak of that mountain, right? So to speak. Let me let these dang dogs back in. So now let's talk about new moon rituals. So every ritual, you guys, a ritual could literally be eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich in your pajamas on your bathroom floor. I don't know, right? Rituals are deeply, deeply personal. But there's some good guidelines, if you will, if you want to follow. So one thing that I try to do, particularly with the new moon, and some of my full moon and new moon rituals are similar. Like, I always take a bath, and I'm not a bath girl. I definitely prefer my shower, but I will make sure to take a nice, relaxing, essential oil, bubble bath on both the new and the full. But I always try to include the 4 elements in my new moon. Okay, so I do all of my rituals in the new moon, in the bath. So I've got the water element, obviously, with the water. I burn some incense for air. I always buy flowers on the full moon because I use the petals to make rose water and the moon water. And then I'm silly, I place my crystals on petals when I'm charging them in the full moon. But then I keep those flowers, and they're not always doing well. So you can see here, they're not doing so great. But I take those petals now from the full moon flowers that I bought. I put some of them in my bath, and then I crunch some other ones up, and I place those with my new moon intention list. So that's how I incorporate earth, right? So, and then fire, of course, is I make sure that I have candles lit. Some other rituals that you guys can do, it's really about intention and getting clear with self, okay? So really just writing, there's so much power, you guys, just on a psychological, I'm going to put my therapist hat on, right? Just from a psychological level, there is so much power in taking thought through hand to paper. There's power in that manifestation, but there's power just in our own psyche, because then it becomes real. It's like moving it from our subconscious, right, to our prefrontal lobe, and then out onto paper, and so it is, right? And so I really, really recommend, even if you're not a huge journaler, just make some quick lists, place some Post-its around your house to remind you of your intentions, just anything that you can to just kind of put forth and put out. Of course, meditation is a beautiful practice. Make sure that you are, whatever that looks like, however you convene with your higher power, higher self, make sure that you're stating those intentions out loud, you're thinking, you're in gratitude. That's really about it. I don't charge, some people do. I don't charge my crystals. I don't make moon water. I keep looking over here because so I've already drank and used some of my moon water in other ways from this last full moon, but I still have rose water sitting in my windowsill. And I'll be pouring that into my bath as well. So hopefully that helps you guys. There is a wealth of information online through other readers here, through other really beautiful spiritual teachers that you can find more information on if you are interested in working with the moon. An app that I really, really love is the Moonly app. It helps me keep track of where the moon is at, but it also offers really beautiful meditations, guided meditations, and advice on how to work with the moon during that phase. So that link is posted below if you're interested. I think that is everything, you guys. So without further ado, again, I'm going to use the Jungian Tarot for fire and earth, and then I'm going to switch to the Golden Tarot for air and water. And we are going to pull also divine guidance. I'm realizing I don't have the guidebook for these, so I need to pause this and go grab that. And then we're also just going to pull really quickly from Species by the Thousands, which are really just lovely, simple messages, right? I will do clarifiers. I'm hoping to only go a few minutes for each sign. What we're going to focus on, that's probably important to know, is I'm going to take a look at what your focus is. Again, this is for new moon. You guys take this timing for either the new moon to the full moon, okay, in the new moon in Capricorn to the full moon in Cancer, or from moon to moon. So from new moon in Capricorn now in January, or into the full moon in Capricorn in July. You guys, the timing is fluid. It's not going to resonate for everybody. Also, oh, I knew it. Take a look at where Capricorn is in your chart. Like, I'm a Capricorn sun. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? That's identity, self, all that good stuff. But I also have Capricorn in my third house. So as I'm setting intentions, I need to look, and third house is all about thinking and communication, right? So I need to look at, do I have any intentions around how I communicate, where my thinking is? Has my thinking been a little ungrounded? Has it been a little idealistic, right? Do I need to balance that out? There's a little insight into about what I've been thinking about. So also take a look at where Capricorn is and maybe really hone in on those houses, those areas, and what they symbolize. And then maybe that will help you with your intention setting. All right, I'm going to pause this, go grab the book, and then I'll be back and we'll get into the reads. All right, let's hit it. So how do I want to do this? Let's cut this deck. This is, again, the Jungian Tarot. All right, let's go ahead and lay the tarot, and then and I'm going to pull this down, and then we'll pull the oracles with it, okay? So, Aries, you are up. Your focus, Queen of Cups, what you need to be aware of, Empress in reverse, and your advice, Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay, here's really what I'm feeling. We'll clarify if we need to. If we do clarify, I'm going to use that the Zen Tarot. Your focus area is emotional balance, compassion, love, kindness. For some of you, you're accessing your spiritual gifts. It's just bringing in this really lovely, nurturing, loving kindness. What you need to be aware of is this Empress in the reverse, and I think this is how you stop yourself. It's how you doubt yourself, how you don't feel completely empowered. Look at the things in your life that take away your confidence, or how you take away your own confidence. Your advice is not to accept less. Not to accept less. This Page of Cups is in the reverse. Don't take small offers, either from others or to yourself. Pour into yourself as much as you pour into others. I don't feel the need to clarify that. Let's take a look at what Species by the Thousands has for you. What is here for Aries for this new moon cycle? What is the message for Aries in this full moon cycle, please? Any messages here for Aries for the full moon or new moon cycle? I don't want two at a time. One at a time, and make them clear when they fall, please. Aries. Aries, please. Thank you. Compatibility, yeah. Isn't that what we just said? Don't accept less than your worth. Don't accept less than your worth. And don't allow anything to come into your life and rock your own confidence. And don't do it to yourself, right? What makes your heart sing? If some of you are looking for love, go ahead and make that checklist. Make that checklist on what it is that you require in a partnership. All right, let's take a look at divine guidance. For others of you, that could be work, that could be family, right? Again, apply it where it fits. What is here for Aries, this new moon cycle? Thank you. Ooh, that's a beautiful card. It's a 36, which is a number 9, which is self-improvement, self-love, self-sustainability, self-sufficiency. And your message, Aries, is self-talk. You cannot make this shit up. Look at the way that you talk to yourself. This is a high energy card and is directly related to how you are treating yourself. Your guides are telling you that it's time to work on being kinder to yourself. It is important that you become aware of your self-judgments and inner dialogue. It is time to start consciously talking to yourself as if you were your best friend, using kindness and compassion. You do this for others. Now is the time to do it for yourself. I mean, you can't get more straightforward than that. I love it. All right, let me stick these kind of in the middle. Up next, Leo. Focus. What you need to be aware of and your advice. All right, we've got the King of Cups in the reverse as your focus. The Chariot as what you need to be aware of, movement required. And then the Seven of Wands is your advice. You've been giving to a situation perhaps that hasn't been working out, or you're giving to the wrong situations, and it's time to move forward with good, strong boundaries. Here's that Saturn influence, right? Where does your boundary system lay? Also, though, for some of you Leos, I feel like you're, and I'm not getting Seven of Swords. We're going to clarify. Seven of Swords isn't here, but I feel like you're not being authentic to yourself and your emotions. Like, I feel like your emotions are all over the place. So you're like, nope, F those emotions. Let me just avoid them. I'm not going to take a look at how imbalanced I feel. I'm just going to keep moving on and protect myself. And there's a guardedness there. It's taking a look at your boundaries, systems, and moving on in integrity. Why is King of Cups here? Thank you. Nine of Cups. Yeah. King of Cups in the reverse and Nine of Cups. You're all over the place. Your focus is on centering and grounding that. Many of you may feel like you're just kind of floating in energy. Why is the Chariot here and what you need to be aware of? What do you need to be aware of with this Chariot in this new moon cycle? I'm so sorry about these dogs. Yeah, moving beyond this, it's those wands that you're carrying, those burdens, right? This is creating burden because you're unclear about what it is that you want. Get very clear. It's time to ground your desires. And then place boundary systems around you so that those become unwavering. All right. What is here for Leo, please? Species by 1,000. What other messages are here for Leo in this new moon cycle? We're going to take them both. Renewal and forgiveness. Ooh. Leo, is there something that you want? Is there something that you want that you're refusing to allow in with this King of Cups in the reverse? If you want it, go after it, but drop the burdens. And that burden is about forgiveness. Do you have to forgive yourself? How can you forgive? How can you make a renewal of self, of a relationship, of a career, of whatever, in a grounded and practical way? Well, the answer is right here. I'm going to go back to the Seven of Wands. The answer is in the Seven of Wands advice. It's within your boundary system and your healing. You need to protect your healing. Set aside time to do some really good, strong healing work, to find a place of forgiveness so that whatever it is that you're trying to renew is able to renew. But first, you have to get really, really clear about what it is that you want and fulfills you. Final message here for Leo, please, in this new moon cycle. Final message for Leo. And you guys, these can be sun, moon, rising, so feel free to skip around and check all of your placements. I'm going to take that one. This was like 4. We're going to put that away. 35, which is an 8. Okay. 35, 8 is action, right? Celebration. Okay. Go have some fun. Let yourself loose. Like, are you holding on to too much burden, right? Your heart needs this, your mind needs this, and more importantly, your spirit needs that. It's time to celebrate life, pleasure, and celebrate being you. I mean, that is the epitome of Leo. So are you losing yourself a little bit? Have you lost a little bit of who you are and what makes you happy because of the burdens that you're carrying? Well, it's time to move forward and protect the things that you want. Protect the things that heal you. Protect the things that fulfill you. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, your focus, what you need to be aware of, and your advice. All right, in your focus, we have temperance, I mean, that's you. Hi. That's you in all your power. Your focus is you. I love it. What you need to be aware of is this Queen of Pentacles here. Oh, boy. Wow, Saggies. And then your advice is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Patience, healing, moderation, time. That's your focus. Practical patience. This Queen of Pentacles is all things self-nurturing. Excuse me. All things self-nurturing, all things commitment. Oftentimes she's married. He, she. She's kind of the queen of all queens. She's got everything she needs. Stable, secure, happy, nurturing. And then in your advice is this Eight of Cups in the reverse, a return. For some of you, if there's a commitment that you're trying to return to, your focus in this new moon cycle needs to be on how to practically ground yourself in a patient and tempered manner to slowly rebuild and make that work. For others of you, there is a rebuild of your material abundant. It might be going back to something that made more money, something that made you feel more stable, something that made you grounded. There's a sense here of this return to home. And that can be metaphorical home as well, for sure. Let's look at this and then I'll decide if I want to clarify. I love that you're showing up in your focus though. All right, what is here for Sagittarius in the new moon cycle, please? What is, thank you. Expansion. Willpower. For some of you, you're fighting a return to something, but the advice is return, or that somebody else wants to return, or something is coming back. Let's look at the Eight of Cups in the reverse in your advice. Magician, Justice. Wow. Yeah. You guys are manifesting a return that's going to balance something out. And that's the Queen of Pentacles energy. Very balanced and stable and secure, right? If you're fighting it with this willpower, look at how practical that is. Look at how returning to something will expand you, or how really take a look at how you have expanded and grown. Let's get you some divine guidance. What is here for Sagittarius for this new moon cycle, please? What is here for Sagittarius in the new moon cycle? We've got a 12, which is a 3, which is expansion. You gotta love it when the cards are like this. Thank you. Happiness. There's a universal energy moving through you, through your life and inner being. While this energy sets all matters of the physical world into proper order, it also serves to bring a deeper, more profound feeling of contentment. There's a lot of good coming your way. This shows that your energy shift will have a positive and uplifting effect on others as well. For some of you, you might be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm really feeling another energy here. Take that for what it's worth. All right, moving on to Taurus. We've got Judgment in reverse in your focus, Ace of Cups, and something that you need to be aware of, and your advice is King of Swords. For some of you, you need to reflect on your decision-making processes. For some of you, you've had some wake-up calls that have been ignored. You need to look at where you're being pulled and where you're being called. There's a choice here. There's a decision. There's a final judgment. There's something that is left undone. Really take a look at that. And how do you ground and center in that? How do you bring that in practically? What it is that you want. If there's been a mistake, how do you rectify it in a practical and grounded manner? Really, truly, I'm feeling like, oh gosh, I made a mistake. What do you need to be aware of? Is what's waiting for you when you do this is new love, a renewal of love, something new in career. This is new fulfillment, period, right? Your advice, again, ground in that practicality, but in your mind space. Also, I'm looking at that as, are you overthinking it? There's some ego here. There's some pride here. Or an unwillingness to see. Let's look at this King of Swords. Why is this here in the advice? The Sun. Could be dealing with the Leo. What else? Just one, please. What is here for Taurus in the advice? What's here for Taurus in the advice, please? Sun and the Devil. You're overthinking and it's blocking your own happiness. And maybe that's where you've made mistakes in the past. So be mindful of that. Take a look at how you can lean into renewal, new fulfillment, happiness. Get really, really clear about your obsessions, your possessions, your addictions, your toxicity, or that of someone else's, right? Get really clear about that. I just heard your pickers off. For some of you, if you're dating, your intention is to date differently. And being really good at looking at why you're picking the same people. I don't know, that might resonate for one of you. What else is here for Taurus? A new moon cycle. Spontaneity. Yeah, do you jump into things? Do you lean into things, right? Why do I keep choosing what I choose? Also, for some of you, you get stuck in your head. And this is saying don't get stuck in your own head because it's preventing spontaneity. And then no decision is made. Do you overthink and then no decision is made? You maybe need to start pulling the trigger on decision making sometimes. All right, what else is here for Taurus, please? In this new moon cycle, what is here for Taurus? Thank you. Ooh, that's a beautiful card. It's an 11. 29. Alexa, volume down. Speak your truth. That is also maybe what that advice is. Duh. It is time to speak your truth. You no longer need to hold back what you have to say for fear of what others may think. You are being asked to speak up and share your feelings. When you have something to say, yet hold your words back through fear, you create a blockage in your energy. Speak up. What you have to say is important and worth being heard. All right. How has speaking up affected your decision making? How has speaking up not put an end to things? How has not speaking up, rather, prevented you from following a call, answering a call? Take a look at that, you guys. All right. Moving on to Virgo. All right, Virgo, and your focus is 5 of Pentacles. What you're not aware of or what you need to be aware of is the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Good. Your advice is the Hierophant in the reverse. You're going to do things, you need to do things differently, and it's going to shake up. So here's that Uranus energy that I was talking about, trining with Capricorn, right? Epiphanies about how your belief systems, particularly around lack, has created conflict with other people or around you, or inside you rather. So right now you're focusing on the things that are missing. Right now you're focused on the things you don't have, on the feelings of being left out, on the feelings of, right, add that in. So anything creating this feeling of lack or left out. What you're not aware of is this is creating conflict. And what you need to do is take a look at abandoning certain belief systems. And Virgo, that makes a lot of sense to me because you guys are very, very fixed in your sense of how things should be done. So this is really asking for an epiphanized kind of breakthrough of, I want to do things differently. I'm going to clarify these. Let's look at this 5 of Wands in reverse of what you need to be aware of. That was Knight of Wands. Temperance. There's a forgiveness here. For some of you, this is the ending of a long-term commitment. I just have to say that. And what you need to be aware of is that this conflict is coming to an end, and there's a forgiveness, there's a time heals wounds. And your advice is that it's the right thing to end it. That's not going to be for everybody. Why is the Hierophant here in the reverse in the advice? Why is the Hierophant here in the reverse in the advice? Sophie, that's enough. Oh, see? See? You guys are breaking my concentration. Sorry, you guys. All right. Why is the Hierophant here? Good Lord. It is. Knight of Swords, Chariot, Four of Wands. I just don't feel good about any of it. Well, I don't know, you guys. This one feels, I'm sorry for the dogs, and they totally like broke my connection here. Hierophant in the reverse. We've got Knight of Swords, the Chariot, Four of Wands. Yeah, for some of you, there's a long-term sense of home that's leaving and it's time to move on. That's your advice. Go and keep going. Be careful of focusing too much on the lack. Okay, I'll pick that up in a minute. What else is here for Virgo? Please help us understand this. Make this clear for Virgo. Thank you. Protection. You're protected, or you need to protect your energy. Anything else? Self-expression. Yeah, so that's that Hierophant in the reverse that I was feeling, right? Is that how your belief system have changed and being okay to like express that or change your belief systems. Anything else here for Virgo? Get some divine guidance for Virgo in this new moon cycle, please. Thank you. 11, divinely guided. I love it. Infinite possibilities. Your daydreams are the creation of your deepest desires. Allow yourself to dream. Yeah, it's like letting go, you guys, of like, so temperance and temperance in this Five of Wands, right? But letting go of conflicts, forgiving old conflicts that you have within yourself, and allowing yourself to come out of the confines of like these belief systems and moral values and codes that maybe have been constrictive, right? So this is a really, again, really beautiful example of how that Capricorn, or sorry, that Saturn and Uranus energies are really bouncing off of each other, right? That is enough. No more. So really take a look at that. Your greatest wishes in life are a big key to your path. Allow yourself to dream. Allow the idea that the impossible can be possible. If you're looking for love, change the way that you're looking. Because if all you're finding is faults and flaws, either in a current partnership or in your checklist or in potential dates, if you're doing that within yourself, if you're picking apart your job, it's creating conflict, and you need to come to this more accepting, open place of doing things differently and just kind of moving with creative spontaneity. Just kind of old ideals be damned. That's kind of actually really lovely. All right. We are, oh no, Capricorn. Whew, how did I forget you, Cappies? Focus. What to be aware of. Lovely. And your advice. All right. For some of you, you're letting go of a partner. For others of you, your focus is going to be on how to go from this King of Pentacles to in the reverse to the upright, right? Take a look at how you view money. Take a look at how you view security. Take a look at what you're doing. For a lot of you, I'm getting very budgeting kind of vibes here, very money vibes. It's not going to be for everybody, right? But I'm really feeling like there's something here that's blocking security. There's something that you're doing that you need to do differently, or there's some missing piece for you. Your security's been shaken up, or you're going to have some epiphanies and a shakeup around your security, which isn't going to be bad, right? This is a very lucky kind of time, right? Because also, look, there's success here. What you need to be aware of is there is success, there is determination. I mean, this is your energy here, right? And then your advice is balance it out. That's where I'm getting this really money kind of, it's like budgeting. I don't know. That's very specific. You guys take that as it resonates. I'm not going to clarify those. What else is here for Capricorn in this new moon energy? Peace. What else? Oh, it's like this wanting. For some of you too, it's like, I want more, and there's nothing wrong with wanting more, right? But are you working yourself to death? You need to find a balance between work and play. Be really careful with perfectionism and your ego. Is there anything else here for Capricorn? Two more, wow. self-sufficiency, like you are enough, and transformation. Yeah. Being more at peace with who you are and how you do things. So for some of you, it's self-acceptance. Independence, you're trying to find some more independence financially, materially. For some of you, maybe there's been a divorce or a separation that has shaken up that stability for you. You can do it. You just have to believe that you can. And your advice is to just stay balanced, stay fair, stay just, stay true to you, stay authentic. All right, what else is here for Capricorn and the new moon, please? New moon energy for Cappies, thank you. Oh, there's 2. I'm not taking that. That is an 11 for what it's worth. We're getting a lot of 11s. This is a 9, which is the pinnacle of self-sufficiency, right? Rewards, energetically and physically, things are about to take off. Hold on to your hat. Whether your venture is right now, there's great movement coming. Things are about to skyrocket. Things are about to skyrocket. 6 of Wands. You've done the work. Now is the time to reap the rewards. Congratulations. For some of you, you're like, I can't be done. Let me be clear. The work is never actually done, right? But whatever you've been building and culminating perhaps for the last year or 2-year cycle, right? It's all coming in. You can rest. You can be at peace. There is a transformation coming, and you're going to reap the rewards of that. I love it. I think that your read was trust it. There's good things coming, and this is kind of a continuation of that energy. Beautiful. All right, now we are going to switch decks. I'm going to take a quick break. All right, my loves, let's do air and water. We are using the Golden Tarot. Just kind of change up the energy, skip through the decks a little bit. All right, Gemini, you're up. All right, in your focus is this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Impatience, not having a plan, needing a plan, wanting to plan and strategize. Perfect energy for this new moon. What you need to be aware of is the 7 of Wands. Are you guarded? Is somebody else guarded? Are there boundaries that need to be put in place, which is very Saturnian, right? Maybe it's not coming to fruition because it needs to end. What you need to be aware of is maybe whatever you're bringing into fruition, you guys, just isn't meant for you. I'm just calling it like I see it, you guys. This isn't an in-depth read, so take that for what it's worth. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Let's look at this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Cups and Knight of Pentacles again. You really want something. You really want it to work. You really want to plan and strategize. I don't think that it's for you, you guys. What's the 7 of Wands? And what you need to be aware of. The High Priestess, deep down you know it. And what's the world, what needs to be closed out? What lesson here? The Fool. Yeah, you can't make that up. You guys, that's freaking gorgeous, gems. Ending, beginning. Ending, beginning. I mean, right through the hero's journey, right? Fool's journey. You're emotionally invested in something, and you really, really have put a lot of time, effort, and strategy and planning into it, and your focus is why isn't it working out? Deep down that you know you're being blocked for a reason because there's got to be a lesson that is learned in order for a new start to come. So figure out what that means for you in this new moon and manifest the shit out of it. All right, what else is here for Gemini? Anything else? Stability. So it's regarding your stability. And protection. Rejection is protection. And divine guidance for Gemini, please. 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 There's another 7. Divine guidance for Gemini, please. Wowza. Divine guidance for Gemini, please. Not to. Divine guidance for Gemini, please. Thank you. 26, which is an 8. Action. What did I say? 26. Elemental. The energy is calling you to connect to the mighty and loving life force of the planet. Get outside. Open yourself to feel the energy of the earth. So there's definitely that grounding element. Fill the pulse. Give your gratitude and prayer to all that you eat. This is such a new moon. Beautiful. I mean, for some of you, getting outside, new moon is great for that anyway. Create an intimate connection with Gaia, heals the earth, and opens you to new levels of energy. So if you guys can't clearly see it yet, get outside. Get outside. Let me say it one more time. Get outside. If you can do your new moon ritual outside, even better. Quiet meditation outside in the elements is going to get you the epiphany that you need here and what needs to end for this new beginning, and why there's been protected rejection here, and why it hasn't been working even though you're emotionally invested in it. All right, moving on to Libra. No, those go over there. Okay. Libra, in your focus, what you need to be aware of, and your advice. In your focus is the Four of Swords. What you need to be aware of is the Emperor. Your advice is Two of Wands. Make a decision. You got to make a move. Are you holding on to something too tightly? The time of rest is over. The time of rest is over. So if you guys have been sitting and contemplating healing, perhaps regarding anything, if you've been in a time of contemplation, what you need to be aware of is it's time to take control, and a decision needs to be made. Choose a direction. So what do you need to bring in? What are your intentions around whatever it is that you've been contemplating, resting from, waiting on? That's pretty self-explanatory. What is here for Libra? What is here for Libra in this new moon energy, please? What other messages for Libra? What's here for Libra, please, for the new moon? Thank you. There's three. I'm going to take them. I like the way they spread out. Inspiration. You've been collecting inspiration here. Empathy and decisiveness. Okay? So you've had an idea. You've sat on it. You figured out how it's going to work for everybody around you. You got to take... I am going to clarify that Emperor. Why is the Emperor in here for what they need to know, what they need to be aware of? Just one, please. What does Libra need to be aware of with this Emperor? Okay, we'll take both of those. Six of Swords. Yeah, movement towards what makes you happy. You've had inspiration. You've sat on it. You've planned. The time of planning and contemplation is over. Take charge. Go after what it is. It's time to make some moves. Beautiful, Libras. Beautiful. There's just this really, and the Emperor is decisive, right? You could be dealing with an Aries, by the way. What else is here? Final divine guidance for Libra, please, for this new moon. Divine guidance for Libra. No, just one. Divine guidance for Libra, please. Maybe if I sat closer to the counter. I don't know. I'm literally in bum mode before I have to do all the things today. Libra, please. Libra, please. Thank you. 3, expansion, growth, fertility, building. Infinite love. There's that empathy. Infinite love resides within you and is you. Spirit sees your beautiful heart and is calling you to allow this loving energy. It will heal your hurts and negative past experiences. Being of light. Healing is over, you guys. The healing is over. You've done the work. It's time to go after what it is that you want. Just make a decision to go. And the direction is... I don't know why I'm spending so much time on you guys. I hope you appreciate it. Let's look at this Two of Wands real fast. And Libra's advice. Yeah, it's going to require moving away from something. Make a decision to go in a new direction, a different direction. Because you're doing it with love. Trust yourself. You've done the work. You've done the healing. All right, we are moving on to Aquarius. And again, I can't remember if I told you guys, make sure you're checking out your other signs, your other placements. These are really quick snippets, so it may give you a more full picture. Aquarius, in your focus, 10 of Pentacles, love it. What you need to be aware of, 2 of Pentacles, juggling it. Fuck, excuse me. Yes, Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius Venus, so this is making me excited. Okay, so in your focus is this 10 of Pentacles. Pure abundance, right? All the things that you need for spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, material wealth. Wealth is relative. What you need to be aware of is that it's going to be a juggling act, a balancing act. but it's going to be put in balance. And then what is your advice? Keep manifesting it. You're not asking for too much. You're not asking for too much. If some of you think that you're asking too much or you can't have it all, if some of you are feeling like you can't juggle it all, that's BS, and you can. You can. Why is this Two of Pentacles here and what you need to be aware of? Look, you can. The Sun, some of you are dealing with the Leo. You can have it all. You will find a way to balance it, and that's where you need to put your focus. Come with a solid solution, solid practical plan. Bring in with your beautiful, Aquarius, right? We've got Uranus in there with you right now. There's going to be epiphanies on how you can get it all. Take a look at how you're talking to yourself about that, though. You can. It might be hard to juggle it, but you will. All right. What else is here for Aquarius? Thank you. Boom. Confidence. You can have it all. You will be able to manage and balance this. Let's go back to the Magician real fast. What other advice is here for Aquarius? Manifestation. You got the Magician and the Three of Wands. You guys, it's coming. It's coming. I love this for you. All right. Divine guidance for Aquarius, please, in this new moon. Divine guidance for Aquarius, please, in the new moon. Come on. Divine guidance, please, for Aquarius. Sorry. 31, which is a 4. I'm just going to let them work. I'm so over them. That's enough. No more. Awakening. Did we get, I can't remember. I just did a read for you yesterday or the day before. Go back and look at that, because I think one of you were having like some super huge awakening energy. I could be wrong. Forgive me if I am. This is a powerful card. You're awakening to your potential, you guys. That's not what the book says. I'm saying that. You're awakening to your potential of culminating everything that you desire. That is relative, right? Everything that is good for you. To your higher self, your intuition, your gifts, your role on the planet. The opening of your heart center is allowing your inner vision. In turn, this is empowering you on many levels. Your awakening will subconsciously call out to others to step into their light as well. This is beautiful. Good job, Aquarius. Work with this energy. It's a big energy for you guys this new moon. Again, because of that Uranus and Saturn square off, right? All right. We are on Cancer. All right, Cancer, in your focus is Death in the reverse. What you need to be aware of is Knight of Swords in the reverse. Your advice is Two of Cups. Something's not over. But you can't rush into it, and you can't be not impulsive, reckless. Something in some sort of partnership, love, career, family, whatever, it's not over. But the transformation also isn't complete. Let's clarify for you guys. What is here for Death in the reverse? Why is Death in the reverse in Cancer's focus for this new moon? Why is this here for Cancer? Chariot. It's moving. There's movement required because the transformation hasn't happened yet, but it's going to. Be very careful. This is a warning. Why is Knight of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, you can't be reckless. You cannot take uncalculated risks right now. So in your focus for this new moon is exactly in where do I move this to make the transformation happen. Whatever transformation you're looking for, there's got to be movement, but it's got to be calculated movement. And where does it lead? Focus on love. Your advice is to focus on love. Focus on partnership. That will lead you. I just heard that will guide the way. If you're manifesting love, there's something that needs to be transformed without you. Don't jump into anything. If you're trying to renew something in a partnership, same advice. All right, what is here for Cancer, please? What is here for Cancer in this new moon? Organization. Organize your thoughts. Your thoughts might be all over the place. You might just want to go, go, go. and forgiveness. That could be what's preventing the transformation. That could be where you need to move. So focusing on organizing your thoughts around forgiveness so that you don't skip a step. You can't skip a step. There's still something that needs to be cycled through, transformed, moved through. Also, there you are, by the way. Also, Scorpio's here. Aries. Trust your gut. How do you listen to yourself? If you're moving through something too fast, you're going to know it. You're going to know it. All right. Oh, divine guidance. Yikes. All right. What's here for Cancer, please? What divine guidance do we have for Cancer around this new moon energy? 7. Heart space, heart chakra. I don't know. Let's see. Heart mind. Learning to operate from the heart is one of the single most important things that we can do. Spirit is asking that you take time to sit within the energy of your heart. Let each exhale also be love-filled. Fill this loving, filling space. You'll become one with your heart mind. Operate from love. When you operate from love, then you can manifest what it is that you're looking for. You got to make calculated risks right now. You cannot be reckless. Don't be reckless with your heart. I don't know. Let's find out as we do your reads for the month. All right. Who are we on? Scorpio. Your focus. Ooh, what to be aware of. Oh, wowza. Some of you are dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag. Your focus is passion, creativity, confidence. You've got the King of Wands in your focus, 3 of Cups and what to be aware of, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse in your advice. If there's a reconciliation, a celebration, or a coming together, or there is a coming together, there's going to be a coming together either with friends, with family, reconciliation, with love, celebration of some sort. You're feeling good. Your focus is on feeling good, feeling confident, feeling passionate, feeling creative desires, creative focus. Your advice is to be grateful. Don't focus on the lack. Do we want to... I don't want to clarify. Yeah, we do. No, we don't. No, we're not clarifying. Sorry, Scorps. I don't feel like we need to. We do. All right. Why is this King of Wands here in Scorpio's focus? Why is King of Wands here? Thank you. Please don't fall. I'm so tired of them falling. Oof. Wow. I'm glad I clarified. Could be dealing with a Gemini. Doesn't have to be. There's a union coming back together. You're not going to feel left out in the cold. That's huge. Scorpios, this is huge. If this is resonating in love especially. What's this 3 of Cups? And what to be aware of. You feel it. Remember I was talking about, if you guys watched it, some of you might be feeling like... Some of you might be feeling like something is coming, but you're not sure what that is. I think that's that kind of feeling, right? It's hidden underneath. There's a reconciliation happening beyond, underneath. I guess I keep saying that, underneath. Look at where look at the house that Capricorn lies in for you guys in your charts. Others of you, there's a hidden desire for reconciliation, but I think it's just all moving. There's something working behind the scenes is what I was trying to say. Let's look at this 5 of Pentacles in the reverse as your advice. Boom, you know it. The Moon and the High Priestess. You guys, you feel it coming. Scorpio, and you guys are highly, highly intuitive. You feel it coming. That's gorgeous. All right. What else is here for Scorpio and the new moon? Scorpio new moon energy, please. Thank you. Acceptance. You just got to go with it. You can't force it. You can't push it. Just feel it. Know it's there and honor it. It's being divinely guided. Protection. Also, make sure you've got your tourmaline. All right. And then what divine guidance do we have for Scorpio, please? Thank you. 38, which is an 11. So many 11s for so many signs. I love it. Such a powerful new moon, you guys. Gentle release. It's releasing control. Old hurts, past experiences that weigh you down. Ooh, cut the cords that are keeping you attached to outcomes. Consciously send love to those people and things in your past so that you can release them. It's almost like when you release this, it's going to come back around. Release it. You know it's time. It's going to come back around. Maybe, if you guys want it, right? If you don't want it, manifest differently, right? All right. That's super interesting. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I need to sit on that one. All right. And then finally, last but definitely not least, Pisces. I share my moon with you. Ugh. Okay. In your focus is judgment in the reverse. What you need to be aware of is temperance in the reverse. And your advice is 9 of Wands. Protect yourself. You're battered, but you're not beaten. So who else got judgment in the reverse? I can't remember. It was one of the first 6 signs because it was a new deck. Judgment in the reverse. Your focus is on your decision making. Have you been avoiding making a final call? Have you been avoiding something that needs to close out? Where are you misaligned? How do you bring in alignment? What you need to be aware of is there's a need for moderation in something here. Perhaps forgiveness. Forgiveness, maybe the lack of forgiveness is what's preventing this. So how do you set your intentions around forgiveness? You guys, this Pisces, I think that you keep getting about self-care and taking care of yourself. This is exhaustion. Watch your exhaustion. Are you exhausting yourself? Temperance, moderate, slow down. The need to slow down. You don't have to be all things to all people. Take care of yourself. You got to start taking care of yourselves. Why is judgment in the reverse here for Pisces? So for some of you, that's intention of self-care, and then you set a plan around that. Yeah, look. Burdens. You guys, you're burning yourself out. Why is temperance in the reverse here? What Pisces needs to be aware of. Caught it. Temperance again. There's got to be a balance struck here. Maybe it's not forgiveness. It's moderation. Moderate. And the 9 of Wands as your advice. You got to close out the things that are exhausting you, you guys. There's a lesson in self-care, slowing down, taking care of self. Dropping burdens that don't belong to you. What is here for Pisces in this new moon? Set your intentions for self-care. I think you're the first sign that I told you like how to set your own intentions. Set your intentions around self-care. Self-reflection. Come on. Like there's some Pisces that I'm legitimately worried about your health. Innovation. Self-care in a different way. Find new routines, new patterns, new ways of taking care of yourself mentally and physically. And then what is your divine guidance? Divine guidance for Pisces, please. 10. I'm taking 2, and I haven't taken 2. 10 and 31. So here's another ending. Here's a 4, which is rest. I mean, it's not always rest, right? But if we think of 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, it's like no movement. 4 of Wands, being at peace, content. All right, let's look at this 10. Gentleness. Oh, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself and accept your delicate nature. The spiraling energy is here to remind you that there's a great power and strength in your softness. It will assist you in healing. You can't just go at it all the time. Smile and recognize your own authenticity. 31, awakening. Aquarius got this maybe? You're entering in a complete awakening to your higher self. This is empowering you energetically, intuitively. You guys, the energy that you need to do the things that you need to do is going to come naturally through this awakening process. Be careful of burning yourself out. So in this new moon, set some intentions around self-care. Innovate that. What is that going to look like for you? All right. hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you like these new and full moon readings, let me know in the comments, and I will love to keep doing them. I was hoping, I'm going on a I always call it a soul retreat to my favorite place in my state. I try to go a couple times a year. I was hoping that the full moon would be around the same time, but I couldn't make that work. But I will make sure to do some sort of read from there for you guys. I still have many January signs, January monthlies to do for several signs still. I'll knock those out the next couple days, and then I'll take a look at doing some bonus love readings. So happy manifesting, happy intention setting, happiest of New Year. My heart goes out to all those affected by wildfires in the West right now, and I'm just wishing you guys a very safe, happy New Year's Eve, safe and happy New Year's Eve, and a really beautiful year ahead. Namaste.